Hari Om. Good morning to everybody in the US. Good evening to everybody in India. And welcome to our Pravachana Malika talk number 53. Today we're very excited to have a keynote talk on Aruna Ketuka Cayana, a significant Srauta Homa. And we're very happy to welcome Dr. Boddupalli Raghava garu, who's a Vedic scholar and a scientist, and he's going to give us the keynote. And we have Veda Kusumanjali and also Sangeetanjali. And then my father, Dr. Prabhakar, will introduce the speaker. We'll have Dr. P. Ramanujam give the concluding remarks, and Sri Prasant do the vote of thanks. So with that, I'll invite the Veda Kusumanjali by Sri Mahesh Suryavachala.
నమస్కారం అండి. ఓం శ్రీ మహాగణాధిపతయ నమః, శ్రీ మహాసరస్వత్యై నమః, శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. హరి ఓం. ఓం భద్రం కర్ణేభిः శృణుయామ దేవాः, భద్రం పశ్యేమాక్షభిర్యజత్రాः, స్థిరైరంగైస్తుష్టువాగుంసస్తనూభిः, యశేమ దేవహితం యదాయుः. స్వస్తి న ఇంద్రో వృద్ధశ్రవాः, స్వస్తి నః పూషా విశ్వవేదాः, స్వస్తి నస్తార్క్ష్యో అరిష్టనేమిः, స్వస్తి నో బృహస్పతిర్దధాతు. ఆపమాపామపః సర్వాः, అస్మాదస్మాదితో ముతః. అగ్నిర్వాయుశ్చ సూర్యశ్చ సహసంచ స్కరద్ధియా, వాయవశ్వారశ్మిపతయః మరీచ్యాత్మానో అద్రుహః. దేవేర్భువనసువరీః పుత్రవత్వాయ మే సుత, మహానామ్నేర్మహామానాః మహసో మహసస్వః. దేవేః పర్జన్యసువరీః పుత్రవత్వాయ మే సుత, అపాశ్నుష్ణిమపారక్షః అపాశ్నుష్ణిమపారఘం, అపాఘ్రామపచావర్తిం, అపదేవీరితోహిత. వజ్రం దేవీరచయితాగుశ్చ, భువనం దేవసువరీః. ఆదిత్యానదితిం దేవీం యోనినోర్ధ్వముదీశత, శివానశ్యంతమా భవంతు. దివ్యా ఆప ఓషధయః సుమృడీకా సరస్వతీ, మాతే వ్యోమ సందృశీ. స్మృతి ప్రత్యక్షమైతిహ్యం అనుమానశ్చతుష్టయం, ఏతైరాదిత్యమండలం సర్వైరేవ విధాస్యతే. సూర్యో మరీచిమాదత్తే సర్వస్మాద్భువనాదధి, తస్యాః పాకవిశేషేణ స్మృతం కాలవిశేషణం. నదేవ ప్రభవాత్ కాచిత్ అక్షయ్యాత్స్యందతే యథా, తాన్నద్యోభిసమాయంతి సోరుస్సతీన నివర్తతే. ఏవం నానా సముత్థానాః కాలాః సంవత్సరగృహ్షితాః, అనుశశ్చ మహశశ్చ సర్వే సమవయంత్రితం. తతైః సర్వైః సమావిష్టః ఊరుః సన్న నివర్తతే. అధి సంవత్సరం విద్యాత్ తదేవ లక్షణే. ఓం సంవత్సరమేతద్వ్రతం చరేతు, ద్వౌ వా మాసౌ నియమః సమాసేన. తస్మిన్ నియమ విశేషాః త్రిశ్రవణముదకోపస్పరుషీ, చతుర్థకాలపానభక్తః స్యాత్. అహరహర్వా భైక్షమశ్నీయాత్, ఔదుంబరీభిः సమిద్భిరగ్నిం పరిచరేతు. పునర్మామైత్వింద్రియమిత్యేతేనానువాకేన ఉద్ధృతపరిపూతాభిరద్భిः కార్యం కుర్వీత. అసంచయవాను అగ్నయే వాయవే సూర్యాయ, బ్రహ్మణే ప్రజాపతయే, చంద్రమసే నక్షత్రేభ్యః ఋతుభ్యః సంవత్సరాయ. వరుణాయారుణాయేతి వ్రతహోమాః ప్రవర్గ్యవదాదేశః. అరుణాః కాండరషయః అరణ్యే ధీరన్ను, భద్రం కర్ణేభిరితి ద్వేజ పిత్వా. మహానామ్నీభిరుదకుపుంసగ్స్పరుష్య తమాచార్యో దద్యాతు. శివానశ్యంతమేత్యోషధీరా లభతే, సుమృడీకేతి భూమిం ఏవమపవర్గే. धेनुर्दक्षिणा कगुं संवासश्च क्षौमम् अन्यद्वा शुक्लं यथा शक्ति वा एवग्स्वाध्यायधर्मेण अरण्ये धीयीत तपस्वी पुण्यो भवति तपस्वी पुण्यो भवति हरिः ओम तत्सत्.
Very, very nice. This is the beginning and ending portion of Aruna Prasna. And our Mahesh, Suravadra Mahesh, is very much familiar with the Aruna Prasna, Surya Radhana. And in the Hindu temple here, every Saturday or Sunday, he will go there and recite before all deities present there. So compliments to him. Thank you, sir. You have recited not looking at the book. That means the entire text is in your head. So Surya Bhagavan is constantly looking after you and all of us. Thank you very much.
Namaskar.
So is Govind Srinivas sir also here?
No, ledu, no. So Sangeet just to sing a song and then do it.
Yeah, I have Sangeetanjali, yes.
Shriman Narayana, Shriman Narayana, Shriman Narayana, Shripadame Sharanu, Shriman Narayana, Shriman Narayana, Shriman Narayana, Shripadame Sharanu. Kamala Sati Mukha Kamala Kamala Hita Kamala Priya Kamalekshana Kamala Sati Mukha Kamala Kamala Hita Kamala Priya Kamalekshana Kamala Sanahita Karudagamana Shri Kamalanabani Pada Kamala Me Sharanu Shriman Narayana Shriman Narayana Shriman Narayanani Shripadame Sharanu. Paramayogi Jana Agadeya Shri Paramapurusha Paratpara Paramayogi Jana Agadeya Shri Paramapurusha Paratpara Paramatma Manurupa Shri Tiruvenkatagiri Deva Sharanu Shriman Narayana Shriman Narayana Shriman Narayanani Shripadame Sharanu. Thank you.
All right. So thank you, Kavya. So with that, I would like to invite Dr. Prabhakar, my father, to introduce the topic and the speaker.
So Aruna Prasna, Aruna Ketuka Cayana, very popular, very powerful, very beneficial ritual, right? And so we have been with Aruna Prasna now and then, and we have here Dr. Boddupalli Raghava, who is also a teacher of Aruna Prasna, a practitioner of Aruna Prasna, and he has also written good articles on Aruna Prasna. He has written on the horses of the chariot of the drawn to Surya Bhagavan, and many points has given up, and that is to say that his familiarity with the tradition of the Vedic Vedas and also ritualistic practice. And every year, annual actually, in Ganesha temple in Bangalore, Sanjay Nagar, they all organize the Aruna Prasna Homa or Chayana and all that. So he's very familiar and he is very friendly. But apart from his Vedic learning and traditional practices and all that, he is a scientist. Retired from the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. He's a biologist and so many articles and is very popular. We did not introduce him yet because he's very familiar. For our Veda Ganga volumes latest to come up so beautifully, and our Boddupalli Raghava also is responsible even to design the cover page and other things also. So he is doing a lot of service to Veda Purusha. No? So taking the another Veda, Adhyayana as a Kendra, as a also tool, and he's involved in seven other organizations in the World Association for Vedic Studies, and separately or individually he's presenting papers. Anyway, so there is a big length of his biodata to read, but however, and moreover, coming to the subject, Aruna Ketuka Agni. Who is that Aruna Ketuka Agni? It's Surya Bhagavan. So there was an episode in Aruna Prasna, Kamagnim Chinvanaha, Vaiswasrutamagnim Chinvanaha, etc. So like that, Nachiketa Magnim Chinvanaha. But Konege Yenagattandre, it is said that Aruna Ketuka Magnim Chinvanaha. And having enumerated all kinds of Agnis available upon the earth, because Agni has been assigned Bhulokam. Vayu is assigned Antariksha Lokam, and Surya the Julokam. So from these three lokas, our Vedic trinities have got to sustain, protect, and all that they have got to do it. That's what is the original arrangement, that Bhulokam is allotted to Agni. That's why he's got terrestrial god. They say that Agni is a terrestrial god, and Vayu atmospheric god, and so Surya Bhagavan heavenly. But ultimately, the Aruna Prasna tells us, Sarvo Hyagnihi Surya Evant. All Agnis are just only Surya Bhagavan emanations. Therefore, the Chayana, building of the fire altar, is Chayana, and that is very important, and it has got many benefits and goes for a long time. In fact, Agni Chayana Aruna was done in Kerala in 1971 or around that time, where when my professor under whom I got my PhD work finally finished, Dr. C.G. Kashikar, he told me he also went there as a Vrtvik to officiate in the, as one of the Vrtviks in the sacrifice. So I don't know much about what Dr. Raghava Garu presenting, but my knowledge is limited. So, but anyway, I am very curious to, not only I, all of us are curious. But incidentally, we have also here Dr. P. Ramanujam. He is also highly traditional, apart from his engineering and technical and all these professional excellences, CDAC director. And one thing most important is that he is very traditional and acharabadha. He will only use well water and he will perform. So one time, first time when he came to deliver a talk in our Nadaveda Kendra, he came to our house quite before and then asked me, Prabhakar, I want to have well water to do my Sandhya. Then we go to the Bham Anandamayi Bhagavad Bhavan. There was no well at all in our houses here. But I remember there is one house in our road who has got a well. So we went there, we got the permission, and he performed Sandhya. Then he came and talked, gave a talk. So that is the nature of Dr. P. Ramanujam, and I will introduce him. He will have independently another occasion when we can learn from him much. He is a Veda Varidhi. And then we have got today also another Prashant. He is actually Purohit in Indianapolis temple, and now he has become independent and highly learned, coming from Hyderabad. So this is the set of this is the panel which we have got today to talk about the Surya Bhagavan, to talk about Agni, and also the Aruna Prasna. And in 2014 or so, I completed my book on Aruna Prasna, got it released. At that time, even Dr. P. Ramanujan was also present along with others. So anyway, there is a lot of history about Aruna Prashna, and a digital copy of that also is getting ready, and I think so. So I now request, not much talking about me, Dr. Raghava Garu to make his presentation. Welcome, sir. Please. You are mute.
Many thanks, sir, for introducing me. I'm not. I'm still learning a lot from my guru and from you and all others. And the Veda Ganga, several articles that come in that, and it's a lot of learning. Even working with that is a Parameshwara Anugraha. I feel always like that, and it is a wonderful asset for the Vedic people, those who wanted to continue their research and also learning spiritual activities and all that. Veda Ganga is one of the best, not just in South India, but the entire India. But now the Nada Vedadhyayana Kendra's website has come out extremely very well. I saw a few days ago, and almost all the Veda Gangas are inserted, uploaded in that website, and still some Vedanatha Sarita needs to be inserted, and a lot of work. I think is a relative of our Dr. Anjana Prasad Garu. So he has done a wonderful job, and he has been doing, and and with God's grace he will continue to do, and Prabhakar sir's grace. And I thank you for introducing me. I will start the presentation, and I will share my PPT here.
Yeah, now it's in full screen. Yes.
Full screen, yeah. So Aruna Ketuka Cayana, a significant Srauta Homa. So it is a lot of discussion between the rishis that happened, and those are the mantras of Aruna Prashna, who are all the drashtas, and I could depict some of their pictures here. Aruna means red. Ketuka is a planet, Surya Bhagavan. Chayana, just now Sri Prabhakar Garu told, stacking bricks for Yajna Kundam. And Srauta, the rituals prescribed by the Vedic texts, not just somebody told and I did that Homa, or I did that Yajna or Yaga or Ishti or whatever. It should be told by Vedic texts, and it is majority are told in Yajurveda, Samhita and Brahmanas. So those Vedic texts describe Srauta Homas. So as you all know, Sanatana Dharma is the beginning of Vedas, Smritis, Puranas, Mantra Shastras, the complete Stotra Vangmaya, what we do on day-to-day basis, are the combined pillars of the Sanatana Dharma. It is eternal and never changing. And as you all know, Vedic texts are classified and codified by the Vedic sages, and with the help of great sage Vedavyasa Maharshi, into Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharva Veda. And as I said just now, Yajurveda is the wisdom for sacrificial formula. And the wisdom of verses of suktas is Rigveda. And wisdom of chants is Samaveda. And wisdom of Atharvan Rishis is the Atharva Veda. Apart from this, after classifying the Vedic texts, Vedavyasa Maharshi composed Ashtadasha Puranas in order to help and elevate human beings to higher level. And as always, the Sampradaya said that it is not human beings not just to born and just to die, but there should be an end for that, and which will be done only by the highest spiritual activity, that with the help of Shruti and Smriti. So first described in the Rig Veda is the Vedic gods in several Veda Suktas, like Indra, Agni, Varuna, Soma, Yama, Usha, Prithvi, and Surya Bhagavan is also the major Devata, Vedic god, which is bestower of the energy in the form of light and life to the totality of the cosmos and the source of wisdom. And Surya in Vedas, my slides are very well connected, and I do majority of my presentation is with connection of between the slides and Vedic and Surya Bhagavan in the Vedas and epics. According to the Vedic texts, every elemental force is presided by a deity. And Vedic texts, in the Vedic texts, Surya or Aditya or whatever the several names are there, which will come out now, is one of the major and often invoked god, which we see every day in the morning. Surya Devata remains as an integral part of Sanatana Dharma traditions. He is the most powerful and majestic visible Devata. Aditya or Surya is one of the Vedic deities who received importance in all Veda Samhitas. You just take any Shakha or any major Veda, Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda, Veda Samhitas, Brahmanas, Aranyakas, Upanishads, and epics. And there are 12 names for Surya Bhagavan, but I consider here some of those names like Aditya, Surya, Savitru, Pushan, Mitra, Hiranyagarbha. And here in the left side is the Rig Veda, Shukla Yajurveda, Krishna Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharva Veda, Srimad Ramayana, and Mahabharata. How many times each of these name has come in that particular Samhita is 16 times in Rig Veda. Aditya with the name, Surya with the name 205 times, Savitru 184 times, Pushan, Mitra 412 times, and Hiranyagarbha 1 time. So, Hiranyagarbha, if we say that one, we will get the mantra Hiranyagarbha samavartatagre bhutasya jata patireka asit sadadhara prudhividyamute mam kasmai devaya havisha vidhema. So like that, Hiranyagarbha is the one which we will see later in the slides. So if you see each Samhita of Rigveda, Krishna Yajurveda, Shukla Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda, you can see how many number of times it is described, has revealed that particular name in that particular Samhita. And if you consider Mahabharata, 275 times Surya Bhagavan's name will come. So it is a very important, he is a very important and often invoked god. So who are all the major sun god worshippers if we consider? We the human beings do the Arghya Pradhanam to the Surya Bhagavan in the early hours of every day. There are many sun worshippers who have been doing Trikala Sandhya Vandana. Just now he told Dr. Ramanujam sir wanted well water to do Sandhya Vandanam. So, well water, it was told in the Aruna Prashna. At the end, just now, one of our colleague, he chanted the last mantras, the last anuvaka of Aruna Prashna. In that it will come, you consider only water from sources of river or well to do Sandhya Vandanam. It is said in Aruna Prashna. So even the gods worshipped Surya Bhagavan and became famous, and I have put some of them here. First one is Sri Rama. In Srimad Ramayana, Agastya Rishi taught Aditya Hrudayam to Sri Rama on the battlefield. Ramanarayana prayed Surya Narayana and killed Ravana. That is the story which we know very well. And the second one is that Surya Mahima through Lord Krishna. When Rishi Durvasa, who came to test Pandavas, when they were living in the forest, Pandavas wanted to, he wanted his Sishya Brunda, Sishya group, several hundreds of people came along with Durvasa, so they were given food. They wanted to give food, but Draupadi, just now they completed their eating and there was nothing left out. Then Draupadi prayed Lord Krishna and he advised the Pandavas to worship Lord Surya. Subsequently, Surya gave and released the Akshaya Patra. With that, Durvasa and his students were given food there in the forest. And as you know very well, Kunti delivered Karna because of Surya Bhagavan, and Karna and Kunti both were devotees of Surya Bhagavan. He also worshipped Surya Bhagavan and acquired unparalleled power and became very strong, as strong as Pandavas. There is no doubt about it. But he is in a different group. That is the story. But if you see his power, even Arjuna cannot stand in front of him. But he has a lot of other things which he acquired during the Mahabharata story. Hanuman is one of the major disciples of Surya Bhagavan. As a child, Hanuman flew in the sky along with the sun god for more than 6 months and learned all the Vedic texts. And Rishi Ajnavalkya, so when Vaishampayana Maharshi asked him, for one reason, he asked him to give up all his Yajurveda that he has learned from him. So he given up in the form of vomit, and he worshipped Surya Bhagavan, Lord Surya, who is the head of Vedas, and studied all the Vedas like Surya Bhagavan, Rishi Ajnavalkya. Last but not the least, King Satrajit was a worshipper of devotee of Lord Surya. For his devotion, Surya Bhagavan presented him with a bright gem called Shamantakamani, which gives tremendous gold for him. And that is a big story with Krishna and others. But these are the major sun god worshippers that we see. The gods himself prayed this sun god Surya Bhagavan. So coming to Srauta and Smarta Sutras, Srauta means is a Sanskrit word which means belonging to Shruti, which is anything based on Vedic texts. And the lexical meaning of Srauta is Tretagnulu also there. That is the three Agnis, Garhapatyagni, Ahavaniyagni and Dakshinagni. The etymological meaning of Srauta is Shruti plus An, Shrautau Vede Vihitam. Veda Vihitamaina Karmadulu. Excuse me. Suresh, nenu meeting lo unnan tarvat maatarta. Veda Vihitamaina Karmadulu, that is rituals and acts prescribed by Vedic text only. That is Srauta. Then what is Smarta? Smarta Sutras are based on Dharma Shastras. Shrautau Vihitaha. Shrutilo Chappabadina Dharmamu. In Telugu. The Smarta Sutras in ancient Vedic and post-Vedic literature typically refer to Gruhya Sutras, householders' rites of passage, the Samayacharika Sutras, right way to live one's life with duties to self and to relationships with others, that is Dharma Shastra. So the Srauta Sutras differ from Smarta Sutras is based on the Smriti, that is which remembered the traditions. And there is another one which is called Kalpa Sutras, which are made up of Srauta Sutras, Guhya Sutras, Sulabha Sutras and Dharma Shastra Sutras. So we tell in the Sankalpa every day morning, what is the Kalpam we are in? So the Kalpa Sutras are based on Srauta Sutras, Grihya Sutras, Sulabha Sutras and Dharma Sutras. So what are the Srauta Sutras of Chaturvedas? All the four Vedas. If you consider, I have given the table here. In Rigveda, the green or the text is surviving. The black is text disappeared. Only quotes survive. So like in Rigveda, Ashvalayana Sutra and Sankhyayana Sutra, both are there. Both are text is survived. And in Samaveda, almost all the sutras are, Srauta Sutras are present. And in Yajurveda, only three are present. Manava Sutra, Apastamba Sutra and Bodhayana Sutra. And in Atharvaveda, only one is there, that is surviving, Kausika Sutra. So as I said that it is based on Vedic literature, the Srauta Sutras. And Veda branches propagating Vedic oral traditions generated Srauta Sutras, which were concise ceremonial instructions given by the Rishi or given in the Vedic, given in the Veda Samhita, particular Samhita. For example, I have studied complete Taittiriya Shakha, that is Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka and Upanishads connected to Krishna Yajurveda. So the Brahmana, the Taittiriya Brahmana is one of the best Brahmanas of all the four Vedas, Chaturvedas, because of course I don't mean like that, but the other Shatavata Brahmana is also the one of the best for the Vedic Yajnas and others. So the concise ceremonial instructions are given in that. So Bodhayana and Vadhula Sutras are examples of early Srauta Sutras produced during the late Brahmana era. So there are other things that the Tretagnalu, just now I told, the new moon and full moon things and animal and soma sacrifices, Darsha Purnamasas, Agnishtoma, Yaga, Agnishtoma and similar rites of Srauta rituals. The Yajamana patron performing these rites requires the assistance of Ritviks, especially the Hota, Udgata and Brahma. So these are the list of some of the Srauta Sutras, not some, all the Srauta Sutras of Chaturvedas. I would like to give an exemplary work that was done in India by our teachers or gurus, or I call them as rishis. And there are two exemplary works on Srauta Koshas or Srauta Sutras. Both these professors were from Vaidika Samsodhana Mandala of Pune, and they both were gurus to our guru, Professor Prabhakar Garu. Just now he told one name. He is none other than this great rishi, Professor C.G. Kashikar, who translated the Bodhayana Srauta Sutra completely long time ago. And what we can give to that rishi, to that C.G. Kashikar rishi? Nothing. We can't give anything. But they served this studying that complete one can do only after completely thoroughly studying the Samhita, then only, and Brahmanas, then only one can do that kind of a translation. One should see their books, and the other person is none other than Ramachandra M. Dandekar in 1958, before I born. The Srauta Kosha of 8 volumes that he has done, and the 7 Havis sacrifices together with the relevant optional and expiatory rites, the Pitru Medha that he has provided in that Srauta Sutras. So Srauta Kosha. So I am showing the books here of that particular author. I don't say them as author, as they are rishis of this country. Both Kashikar sir and Dandekar sir. So another rishi is, which he has provided the dictionary, fantastic dictionary of Vedic ritual. You name any technical term of an yajna, yaga or isti, he has provided in his dictionary of Vedic rituals based on the Srauta and Grihya Sutras. Chitrabhanu Sen in 1978, and later he is basically a Jain, and later he became a Jain guru in this country or abroad somewhere. So, but his book is also a wonderful book, and these are the literature which people are forgetting. People really are forgetting. I am happy that before I told, Professor Prabhakar told about Kashikar sir. So I don't want to forget one thing. It is a little away from my presentation, but at the same time, I don't want to forget this. The Nada Veda Adhyayana Kendra motto was provided to us by Professor Kashikar to Professor Prabhakar sir. Om Aganma Jyotir Uttamam. That he has taken it from the Rigveda Saunika Samhita of Mandala 1, 50th Sukta and 10th mantra. So I have put here the blue color, Suryam Aganma. So that is the Sandhi. So Surya Aganma Jyotiruttamam, that he has given it to Professor Prabhakar sir when he visited his home in JP Nagar. So this was told to me by Prabhakar sir only. So based on that, I have given a one-page note of Nada Veda Adhyayana Kendra motto, Vedaganga 31, and in 2025. So later, I don't know who has done this wonderful logo. Prabhakar sir has a long time back he shared with me. So Om Aganma Jyotir Uttamam Nada Veda Adhyayana Kendra. Wonderful. So we are all indebted to Professor Kashikar. That is my that is the importance of that particular this one, because so that rishi has seen the future of that NVAK. He has seen the future of Nada Veda Adhyayana Kendra, which Prabhakar sir has been struggling to to bring it to a level, to a growth and development of that particular NVAK. So when he visited his home, all the way from Tirumala, he came to his home, he told me, and he gave this motto, and which we are happily using that. So when you consider Surya Bhagavan's prayers, Surya Upasana in Sanskrit, the first one which will come is Mahasauram. So what for is this Surya Upasana? The recommendations for better health include Gayatri Japa, Surya Namaskarams, Aditya Hridayam, Aruna Prashna, Mahasauram, and many others. So Sauram or Mahasauram is a collection of 65 mantras carefully selected from Rigveda Samhita, all of which either extol sun god or seek his grace for the powerful and energetic life. So Saura mantras will cure heart diseases, skin problems, eye problems, cough, breathing problems, fever, and digestive disorders, whatnot, several of those things, because without Surya Bhagavan, it cannot be done anything. So while reciting Veda mantras, those wise rishis, deities, and chandas should be remembered, because the rishis who have visualized these mantras, but that's why they are drashtas. So the correct method is to meditate on the visions of the rishis after remembering them with devotion. Since there are 65 mantras in Mahasauram. There are 13 rishis as drashtas. We can clearly observe the differences in the respective bhava parampara in those mantras while chanting those mantras, particular mantras. I will bring out some of those riks. They are called as riks. The rishis meditated on Brahman in the form of sun, in the manner in which they saw him. It is not just like that they are proposing those mantras, or they're the drashtas of mantras. It is the manner in which they saw Surya Bhagavan. So the second one is Aruna Prashna, which we are on the subject now. So first one is Mahasauram, which is from Rigveda with 65 mantras, 13 rishis. They are the drashtas. And in the Aruna Prashna, this is revealed in the Krishna Yajurveda Taitriya Shakha Aranyakam. As I told you, for any branch of Veda or any Veda, there are 4 main things: Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyakam, and Upanishads attached to that particular Veda text. So it is recited for phalans of disease-free body, life enhancement, and banishment of mature death, that is apamrityu dosha nashanam. That is the major one which Aruna Prashna does, and it contains 32 anuvakas housing 132 panchashatis. 50 words in each is called as panchashati, and in Telugu it is called as one panasa. Panasa means 50 words. At the end of reciting each panchashati or panasa, the reciter facing the sun prostrates before the sun. Those who are not able to prostrate 130 times simply offer their worship with the prayer Sri Chaya Suvarchalamba Sameta Sri Surya Narayana Swamine Namaha, followed by Ashtakshara Mantram. So the complete recitation of 132 Anuvakas of Aruna Prashna takes about 1 hour 20 minutes if you chant in a way how Veda has to be chanted. If you go fast or if you go slow, that's a different matter. You can count that number. So just now one of our colleague, he chanted the apamapam apasarvaha. So from that is the beginning and to the end, and the end anuvaka also he has chanted. And in this particular Aruna Prashna, there are several rigs. There are several rigs that are taken from Rigveda into Aruna Prashna. Some of them are Chitram Devana Mudagadanekam Chakshar Mitrasya Varunasya Apradyava Prithvi Antariksham Surya Atma Jagatastastushascha. This comes in Mahashauram also. Gauri Mimaya Salilani Takshat Ekapadi Dvipadi Sa Chatushpadi Ashtapadi Navapadi Babhuvushi Sahasrakshara Parame Vyoman Hiranyagarbha Samavartatagre Bhutasya Jatah Patireka Asit. Just now I chanted that mantra. Agnenaya supatharaye asman vishvani deva vayunani vidvan yuyodhyasmajjuhurana meno bhuishtante namavuktim vidhema. This Prabhakars are made as one of the mantras, one of the prarthana mantras of NVAK, Nada Veda Adhyayana Kendra. And the famous mantra pushpam is revealed in the Aruna Prashna, nowhere else in the Vedic texts, only in Aruna Prashna. Yopam pushpam Veda pushpavan prajavan pashuman bhavati chandramava apam pushpam. So it will continue like that. So so several people, whether they have learnt Veda or not, but mantra pushpam they chant in their homes after their puja. So it is so that is revealed in the Aruna Prashna at 77th Anuvaka or so. So the mantras of Aruna Prashna deal with Suryopasana. So the first one what you have seen is Mahasauram, and the second one is Aruna Prashna. This is also recited for freedom of eye disorders and other things. And as mentioned, the recitation of these mantras will perform the Surya Namaskarams at sunrise, yield long life, perfect health, and other desired goals of human life. So, to conclude here at this point, not my whole presentation, but so the Rigveda Mahashauram contains 65 mantras from 16 suktas of Rigveda Samhita, that are 13 rishis are the drashtas of these mantras, and you can see these are all the mantras. One first mandalam, 50th suktam, 1 to 13 mantras. Rigveda, first mandalam, 115th sukta, 1 to 6 mantras. Like this, you can see all the things. So the entire Rigvedantargata Mahasauram, as exactly told in the Rigveda Samhita. So that's why the title itself is Rigvedantargata Mahasauram, with 65 mantras, meanings and its benefits are provided in the Veda Ganga 29th volume, and in 2023 pages also you can see. So the other in the entire Vedavangamayam, I said that there are two major things for Suryopasana, that is Rigveda Mahasauram and Yajurveda Aruna Prashna. So this comes in the Yajurveda Taittiriya Aranyakam, that is the first chapter. It is called as, in Vedic text, it is called as Prathama Prashna. That's why Aruna Prashna. So why I am telling so punching words is that we should not forget. So if everything is, there is technical terms in the Vedic texts. we should speak only those technical terms, not just whatever we like it. So the in the Rigveda Samhita there are 10 mandalas. In Yajurveda Taittiriya Samhita there are 7 kandas. So the Vedic people, those who are a little bit learning Veda, they should know these technical terms. So this comprises of 32 Anuvakas, 132 Panchashatis, and several rishis heard these mantras. And the mantras of Aruna Prashna largely deal with Suryopasana, and this is recited for general health and others, heart diseases and others. And the recitation of these mantras along with performance of Surya Namaskarams yield much higher goals of life. So if you see who are all the Vedic gods that are present in the Aruna Prashna, that are revealed in the Aruna Prashna, is Rudra, Agni, Vishnu, Indra, Yama, Vayu, Mitra. Some of these things Prabhakar sir also told in the introduction. And you can see these are they are coming in the green. They are all Kasyapa, Vasishta, Vaishampayana, Garga, Jamadagni, Vishwamitra, Agastya, Dirghashrutama, Angirasa, Atri, Plaksha, Vatsa, Pranatrata, Panchakarna, Saptakarna, Bhrugu, Syavasva, Methatithe. So like this, Kausika, Gautamas, Marichi, Sandilya, Aruna, Ketava, Vatarashana, Vaikhanasa, Valakhilya. There are 29 rishis that are present in the Aruna Prashna, and their contributions to Aruna Prashna are described in the article Veda Ganga in 29th volume in 2023. So these are the two major contributions as Professor Prabhakar sir was telling. So Rigvedantargata Mahashauram in the left here, and Rishi's contributions to Aruna Prashna in the Taittiriya Aranyaka, and so these are I have not done, but Professor Prabhakar sir asked me to do. I was so tensed up whether I can do that job or not. But his blessings are like my father. So he has given me that kind of blessings, Professor Prabhakar sir. So there are Shanti mantras in the Aruna Prashna. This is one of the mantra of NVAK. Also it is present. Two significant Shanti mantras are revealed in the Aruna Prashna. These two are part of Dasha Shanti mantras that we often chant. Bhadram karne vishruniyama devaha. So anyway, everybody knows this. But this is the Rigveda mantra, but it is revealed in the Rigveda Samhita. But Swastina Indro first will come, then Bhadram karnebhi will come. So, but Bhadram karne vishruniyama devaha, Bhadram pasyam akshabire jatraha. In this order that has come, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, it has come in Aruna Prashna only. So this Shanti mantra is revealed in the Aruna Prashna, and it is chanted 4 times in the Aruna Prashna total. First two times, first two mantras, then Apa Mapa Mapa Sarva will come. And at the 77th mantra, and after the 132nd mantra at the end. So this is the importance of this particular Aruna Prashna, Bhadram Karnebhi. Another one is Tachanyora Vrunimahe Gatum Yajnaya Gatum Yajnapataye Daivi Swastirastuna Swastir Manushebhya Urdhvam Jigatu Bheshajam Shanno Astu Dvipade Sham Chatushpade Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Any guru will tell this. Yeah. Why? Because this is the greatness of Vedas. It said this particular mantra, Shanno Astu Dvipade. All 2 legs animals we, and the Chatushpade, all four-legged animals, and beyond, means there are some other some other organisms that are having hundreds of legs. So the centipedes, for example, so they have a lot of. So it is not just two-legged and four-legged. Four-legged means more than two-legged and four-legged. Four-legged animals should be always in good being, and health and other things. So this Shanti mantra is also revealed in the Aruna Prashna. It appears in the middle of the Aruna Prashna, 9th Anuvaka, and as 40th mantra. The great Gayatri mantra. I am sorry, this is in Telugu because I could not, I didn't have time to make this one into Devanagari or English or anything. But I can tell this, this Gayatri mantra, where it is not there in Vedic text. Tell me in this Vedic text it is not there. It is unbelievable. This Gayatri Mahamantra appears in all Veda Samhitas, Brahmanas, Aranyakas, Upanishad, Srauta Sutras, Grihya Sutras, anything, whatever it has come after Vedic texts, it is appeared. And Gayatri Mantra appears in Aruna Prashna as 49th mantra. And the 24 Akshara Mala, here you can see the 24 letters of this Gayatri Mantra, Ta, Sa, Vi, Tu, Rva, Re, Ni, Yam, Bha. So, I don't want to chant, that's why I am not chanting. So, you can see Ta, the Rishi is Vasishta. The Gayatri, the Chandas is Gayatri. The Devata is Agni. The Bijam is Am. The Shakti is Prahaladini. The Varnam is Champaka. The Tattvam is Prithvi. The Sarvam is Udatta. Swaram. So Udatta, Swarita, Anudatta, Udatta, Swarita, Anudatta, like this it will come. So what is that utilization of that particular ta is mokshartha. So people think that Gayatri Mantra is a we are not doing, we are not compiling to our sampradayam. That is the major problem. So Gayatri, the Dvijalu has to do Gayatri Sandhyavandana every day. 3 times we have to do. Madhyanakala, Prathakala, Madhyanakala, Pradosha. All the 3 times. Anyway, the importance of this particular Mahagayatri mantra is given here, but in Telugu it is there. So anyway, the other one is that for Hindus, without Pavitram, we don't do any ritual, whether it is good ritual or good means Pitru ritual or Deva ritual. Pavitravantah parivajamasate pitaisham pratno abhirakshati vratam mahassamudram varunastiro dadhe dhira ichhe kuddharane shvarabham pavitrante vitatam brahmanaspate prabhurgatrani paryeshi vishvatah ataptanurna tadamo ashnute shrutasa yidvahanta satsamashata Brahma Devanam. It continues like that. So this is the sacred ring mantra. That is Pavitra mantra. That's why it said Pavitravanta Parivajamasate. The Yajamana, the sacrificer who has to wear this Pavitram sacred ring made of darbha grass. And at the time of Sankalpam, the Yajamana has to recite the above mantra before performing any ritual. Even maybe the Purohit is chanting, but the Yajamana also, if he chants, that is good for him. This sacred mantra revealed in the Aruna Prashna, nowhere else. So when the Aruna Parayana and Aruna Ketuka Homa that is the significant way how we do that. Maghamasam is the auspicious month of Suryopasana. And not that every the Jyeshta Masam is also very good. Adhika Jyeshta Masam is much good. We are in Adhika Jyeshta Masa now. Next after 3 days it is Nija Jyeshta Masa. So, but Magha Masa is much more auspicious for Suryopasana. It would be beneficial to perform Aruna Parayana on a daily basis on all the 30 days of Magha Masa. And Aruna Ketuka Homa is considered as one of the most significant among all the Vedic homas for worshipping Surya Devata, particularly. Just now, Professor Prabhakar also told about Aruna Ketuka Agni, which I will come there later. The Aruna Jayanti is celebrated on the 7th day of Magha Masa, that is the Saptami, which we call, very famous, it is called as Ratha Saptami. On that day, if we do Aruna Ketuka Homa, it will be much wonderful. So the health benefits of it is to achieve health, prosperity, Medha Shakti, all-round success, and to live a long and disease-free life. By performing Aruna Parayana, maybe our Prabhakar sir has taught how many people I can't count on my fingers. How many people he taught Aruna Prashna, and he wrote that book with Devanagari mantra and with description and translation into English, the meaning. So because of this, I am very happy. Surya Bhagavan is really Anugraha Professor Prabhakar sir with a disease-free life. I am very happy. Basically, Aruna Homa will influence the chanters, and we have an example. Even my Veda Guru also, Professor Veda Venkat Ramashastri Garu, he is also disease-free life, happily living, and wanting to tell a mantra to a person. That is their interest always. Even Prabhakar sir is the similar way. So it influences the chanter's body and mind in a positive manner. The mantras are such powerful, Aruna Prashna mantras. It will control the health disorders and provides immunity to live a long life. Worshipping Lord Aruna through performing Aruna Ketuka Homa will bless with both health and wealth. Married couples can perform this Homa seeking a healthy life for themselves as well as for their children. Listening to Aruna Prashna mantras is a great boon. No need to chant. Just listen when somebody is chanting. It takes 1 hour 20 minutes for health, wealth and success, and do Surya Namaskara. So the rituals before we start the Aruna Ketuka Homa, these are the following rituals that we do. It takes about 3 to 4 hours complete Aruna Ketuka Homa with all these things. So Sankalpa, Punyahavachana, Nandi Puja, Panchagavyam, and Ritvig Varanam, Mantapa Prokshanam, Pavamana Suvarjana, Bhutochatanam, Sutraveshtanam, Mantapa Pujanam, Agnimukham, Navagraha Homa, Dikpalak Homa, Upagraha Homa, Ashtakshari Mantra Japa, Atham Murti Nyasa. You will see Murti Nyasa in the next slides. Aruna Nyasa, Saurashtakshari Mantra Japa, Bhadramandala Homa, Atharuna Ketukam, Purnahuti, Athagni Pradakshinam. So these are the following sub-rituals that we follow before the main Aruna Ketuka. I have given in English also here. So, but this is actually in Telugu language, but it is all in Sanskrit, Devanagari. So Aruna Ketuka Homa. So brief procedure of Aruna Ketuka Homa is, after Surya Bhagavan's puja on Surya Yantra, I will show you in the next slide. The entire Aruna Prashna will be chanted first. After Surya Yantra Puja. During chanting, Surya Pradakshana Namaskarams will be performed at the end of each Anuvaka of Aruna Prashna. Means 132 Anuvakas. 132 Panchasatis, 32 Anuvakas. Later, Aruna Ketuka Homa will be performed. So what we need for this Homa, the Dravya is Darbha, Srik, Sriva, Ajapatra, cow milk, Laja, white and red lotus flowers, leaves, lotus leaves, stem, sugarcane pieces, Audumbara, Ashwatha, Palasa Samidas, Vasordhara, at the end, at the Purnahuti we need, and sufficient ghee, Kharjura, dipped in or dipped in milk, cow milk, and cheru, and payasa made of wheat, not just other any other rava, but wheat Surya Bhagavan likes very well, and other flowers also. And the Homa will be initiated soon after Aruna Ketuka Agni Pratistapana, where Professor Prabhakar sir told this about this, which I will show you. So Aruna Prashna mantras will be chanted with Swahakara. So apam apam apasarvaha asmad asmadito mutaha. So there will be an end for that particular mantra. There we will put Swaha. So there are 354 mantras to be chanted while performing Aruna Ketuka Homa. 354 mantras. 9 Ritviks will put different havis, what I said here above, to Aruna Ketuka Agni. Aruna Ketuka Homa will be concluded with Purnahuti by chanting Vasordhara Anuvaka, revealed in the Taittiriya Samhita, 5th Kanda, 4th Prashna, 8th Anuvaka. It is a big Anuvaka. Vasordhara Anuvaka it is called as. Or some of our people, Purohits, they chant Senchame, Mayaschame, Priyanchame, Kamaschame, Kamaschame, Saumanasaschame, Bhadranchame, Sreyaschame, Vasyaschame, Yashaschame, Bhagaschame, Dravinanchame, Yantachame, Dhartachame, Kshemaschame, Dhrutischame, Vishwanchame, Mahaschame, Samvichame, Jnatranchame, Suschame, Prasuschame, Siranchame, Layaschamaritanchame, Mritanchame, Yakshmanchame, Namayaschame, Jivatuschame, Dirghayutvanchame, Namitranchame, Bhayanchame, Suganchame, Shayananchame, Sushachame, Sudinanchame. Every day is good because of Rudra. So as I said, first Surya Yantra Puja will happen. So this is this particular Surya, this particular Surya Yantra is based on this here, that particular Yantrodharana Shlokaha, Bindu, Trikona, Bindu, this is Bindu, then Trikonam, Bindu Trikonancha, Shatkonam, Vrutta Yugmakam, Shatkonam, these are Shatkonas, 8. So based on that, the Bindu, Trikonam, triangle, Vrutram, circle, Shatkonam, 8 angles, then Surya Bijaksharas, Ashtadikpalakulu, Aditya Dvadashanamalu, that is Mitra, Varun, Mitra, Ravi, Surya, Mitra, Ravi, Surya, Bhanu, Kaka, Pusha, Hiranyagarbha, Marichi, Aditya, Savitru, Arka, Bhaskarebhyo Namaha. He has 12 names, Surya Bhagavan. So all these names are here. And along with Indra, Agni, Yama, Nairiti, Vayuvyam, like this, Ishanya, all these, Kubera, Uttaram. So all these things are there here in the Surya Yantra. So we perform first this puja like this. This picture is this year's Aruna Homa, as Professor Prabhakar was telling, we do in the Gayatri Parishat every year on the Radha Saptami day of Maghamasa. The Surya Yantra Puja performed before Aruna Ketuka Homa, and the copper plate Surya Yantras are prepared in Devanagari, Kannada and Telugu by one of our team members. who has a small scale industry in Pina, Bangalore. He prepares this. So this Suryantra Puja, after this, just to share with you, and I have already shared with my Guru, Professor Prabhakar. I am writing a book in Telugu. I will show you at the end. I have almost completed. So it has to go for a DTP and then to printing. So the Aruna Ketuka Homa, Vivarala Rekha Chitra Rupam. So the diagrammatic representation of Yajna Kundam, in that Tamara Akulu, that is lotus leaves, lotus flowers, this is the water representation. All the darbas, which side they are looking, that is the tips of the darba grass, how it should be, and where Brahma sits in the Dakshina, Uttaramukha at Dakshina, and Paramada facing Yajamana, he will face Turpu, that is east, and then he does the Homam. So this is where Ajapatra he will keep. I hope you are understanding. And these are 6 was, and Ajapatra, how we do, and the other Samhidas and other things that are there, and how this is the major pictorial representation of Aruna Ketuka Homa. So, and why we do lotus leaves, lotus flowers, lotus stalks, all these things, I will come after this. So the Panchapatras, how, where we have to put, all are well organized here like this. So this particular one, we should not forget before doing the Homa. Yanudagni muttara vedin khatva apam purayati apagum sarvatvaya. This is the Yajna Kundam. This is the just where we do Aruna Homa every year. This is the Yajna Kundam, and these are the lotus leaves. And before that, to the knee length of the Yajna Kunda, ankle length of the Yajamana, water will be poured in the Yajna Kundam. Ankle length of Yajamana. On top of it, nicely arranged Pushkaraparna lotus leaves, leaf stalks separately. You can see here. Pushkaravarnagam rukmam purushamityupadadhati tapo vai pushkaraparnam. Yajnakunda is filled with Pushkaraparna lotus leaves, as is said here. You can see the stalks of the lotus leaves. You can see the flowers and the flower buds. This is the real Yajnakundam that I have taken the pictures. I got an idea that I have to present to Professor Prabhakar and the team of in Nada Veda Adhyayana Kendra. So it is a learning. I do not know about this 12 years back or 14 years back. So my Guru, Sri Brahmasri Veda Venkata Ramasastri Garu, actually asked me just to follow him. So I went Shishya in his footsteps and did these things. So without understanding, one cannot do this kind of a job of presentation, and you need to have complete understanding of the Homa. So if you see, Yajnakunda is filled with Pushkaraparna leaves, stalks, and top of it lotus flowers, and this one Pushkaraparnagam rukmam purushamityupadadhati. So it is like gold in the Pushkaraparna. It is said in the Aruna Prashna, rukmam means bangaram, that is gold. So it is just like gold. So that's why it is used, the tamara leaf, and without Surya Bhagavan's kiranas not falling on these particular flowers, the lotus flowers, it will not, they won't open up. Vikasita agalla. So the Aruna Ketuka Agni, here we have come. What Professor Prabhakar said in the introduction. The blazing at top of Pushkarapanna lotus leaves, and beneath the lotus leaves, ankle to the ankle level, the water is there in the Yajna-kunda. You can see the Yajna-kunda bricks and other things also, and it is decorated with rangoli and other things. So maybe my hand or somebody, my colleague's hand, so he's putting the samidhas on that, Ashwatha, Samita and other things. And this is the Yajnashala of our Nada Veda Jai Kendra I am getting. So Gayatri Parishad, we in the Gayatri Parishad Sanjay Nagar, Bengaluru, performing Aruna Ketuka Homa on every Radha Saptami for the last 5 years. So he is the person, Prasad Garu, you can see now I'm projecting that.
Yes.
Yeah, he is Sri Madhusudan. He does that. He has that small scale industry where he prepares the Surya Yantras every year, and we do puja for that. And this boy is his son, and he studied from 9th year, and everything is just at his lips, the entire Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka, anything. It is because he studied from the 9th year. So he only does every year the Aruna Ketuka Homa, and he is our relative of our Prabhakar sir and Anjaney Prasad, Brahmasri Bulsu Bhaskar Garu. So I am here. So these are Rutviks, where we are almost completed the Yajnashala. And this year, same boy, and my guru is here, Professor Brahmasri Veda Venkat Ramasastri Garu. So, you can see some of the dravya, that is, these are the Kharjura, which were dipped in cow milk and laja and cheru and other things which are completed here. So you can see the major homa. So I think I am at almost the end of the homa. So yeah, this is the book that I am bringing out. Aruna Ketuka Homa Vidhihi Swarasahita Swahakara Aruna Mantraha. So the contents of this book is all this. So even Navagraha Homa, Dikpala Homa, Upagraha Homa, completely I have given. So how the Purohits, they well-studied Purohits, how they do. So I have given those things with mantras and swaram properly and all those things. So which I am going ahead with that. So भास्कराय विद्महे महद्युतिकराय धीमहि तन्नो आदित्यः प्रचोदयात्. May the Pratyaksha Narayana Bhaskaraditya, the original cause of radiance and illumination of Trilokas, for uprooting darkness and bestow life and sustenance to all the beings and demolish Ajnanam, or the ignorance, to lead us to Jyoti. So I stop my presentation here, and I thank Professor Prabhakar sir and Dr. Professor Anjaney Prasad and all others for giving me an opportunity to speak here with very limited knowledge, what I have, and in front of Prabhakar sir. So I stop here. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Namaskara.
Thank you, Raghav. Nana, you want to give some remarks? Yeah.
Yes, we're so happy to listen to this wonderful talk, a research talk, and Surya Bhagavan himself is working through his pen and mind and opportunity and patience and all that. And we are able to get a lot of knowledge. But many people are very busy in reciting the texts. And I just remember when you're talking, the Surya Bhagavan Anugraha is there, he's sitting before us. He's one of the audience, though not visible. So he says that in Aruna, in Saura Suktam, today morning I taught somebody. So the mantras are really significant. I just read what we ultimately expect from Surya Bhagavan is Om Tanno Dyava Pruthivi Tanna Apa Indraha Srundvantu Maruto Havam Vachaha Ma Shune Bhuma Suryasya Sandrusi Bhadram Jivanto Jaranamasimahi. And ultimately, we make a prayer in the next mantra. Udyantam tva mitramaho dive dive jog jivaha pratipasye surya. We are so familiar and friendly with Surya Bhagavan. We are addressing him singular. Surya, 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 Surya. So that he will be attending us our prayers and then noting down what we want apart from what he can give us. So we'll be doubly blessed when we are having the both things, his own mind and our mind multiplied will be a best mind and we'll have moksham. Because here what we want is Bhadram Jivantaha is one important point. We should not have any kind of disease or becoming flat and complaint and all that. Medicine should not become food. Ultimately, what is the goal that we have got? Jog Jivaha. See, we have to have that joke. Joke is a spark. And so that without spark, no life. Shariram jivitenaiva spuritenaiva jivitam vina spuranena nirjivatam yanti. So life is not really life if there is no spark in our life. So that spark is the yasas sharira. Our bhautika shariram will die away. Nobody knows about it. But our Yasatkaya, Jara Maranajam Bhayam won't be there. So the Surya is one. Even who is Surya? Surya is only Rudra. So in the very first Anuvaka of Rudra, we are asking Tamro, Aruna, and especially in the fulcrum of that, Om Shankaraya Chamayaskaraya Cha. Shankara is giving you all material comfort. Mayaskara is liberation. So the Sham and Mayaha, both are vested in the powers of Surya Bhagavan, or rather Rudra and all that. So today is a wonderful feast of knowledge and eyes and all that, so many pictorial presentation. As normally we don't come across all these things, but in the million today, being Adhika Jyeshta Masa, almost at the conclusion time, and we are having wonderful talk on Surya Bhagavan, he will be clapping at our at our program. And we know because we cannot separate him from that. And now I think not my talking much. And I'm very happy that I'm just getting tears of happiness when Dr. Boddupalli Raghava projected my guru, Dr. C.G. Kashikar, whose signature was necessary for me to get my PhD degree. So he spent all the 3 months correcting or going through my thesis. And once I asked him, sir, my thesis is just in the almara of Dr. Dandekar. I don't know when he's going to send for exam. Prabhakar, don't worry. It has its own muhurtam. He will do it. That's one thing. And another point he said was, unless we are convinced, we cannot ask third person to look at it. So before we send it to another person for examination or whatever, we should be satisfied by ourselves. So some of the Subhashitas, which our guru, Dr. Kashikar, even Dr. Dandekar, he is the man, he is the professor who admitted me into the Center for Advanced Studies in Sanskrit. And he interviewed me while he took me to the Bhandark Institute on the day I met first. In the car itself, he interviewed me. I did not know, I was not so sharp. And ultimately, when the Bhandark Institute came, finally, he said, Prabhakar, if you have interest in grammar and Veda, this center is specialized only for that. Then I said, sir, I want Veda. I am interested in Veda. That's all. He never spoke any next word, Dandekar, and so on. So I can speak about these great savants. And in fact, Dr. Dandekar went again to Germany to get his PhD degree renewed and confirmed. 50 years afterwards, the German university will invite the scholars to confirm them and also honor them. So in that queue, I think Dr. Dandekar, who wrote Germany work. So all that, because I don't want Dandekar, because they're all very, and we had the opportunity of sitting together at lunchtime or around, and with a cup of tea and all that. So anyway, my time in Center for Advanced Study in Sanskrit, under the guidance and also presence of so many wonderful professors of Veda, Kashikar, Rahurkar, and Dr. Devasthali, etc. And Sontake, he mentioned the Sontake, who wrote that Srauta Homa, Sontake, and also Dr. Kashikar, they were the editors, and so many others. So everything is wonderful. So today I'm so thankful, and really he reminded me of my professors with photographs, with the pictures, and so they are affectionate to the students. And I never imagined Dr. Kashikar will come to meet me in Bangalore when he came as a chief guest to a conference in Tirupati. But I thought he will go back because I could not go and meet him in Tirupati. But he came, and when I was not out, I was out. He opened the door when I came to my house. So many interesting episodes are there. But so he was one of the international authority on rituals. Kashikar and Dandekar, they have prepared the Vedic bibliography and so many articles. And so we had the opportunity to listen to those scholars. They never talk anything different, but like Boddupalli Raghava, who spoke much about the Aruna Ketuka Cayana only, building the altar. And I was not much knowing about this Janudagnim, Nuttara Vedim, Khatva, Pam Purayate, and also putting the Pushkara Parnaihi, Pushkaraihi, and then also Pushkaras. Then we have got that golden image of Surya Bhagavan, small one. So Hiranya, that what is that word? Purusham, even the small idol of Surya Bhagavan. So we only read the translations. We don't, but practically, in fact, I remember in Girinagar, Bangalore, there was this Aruna Ketuka Chayanam, and in the Ganesha temple, and one of the students, Ramakrishna, took me there to that, and I saw all the yajna sambharas necessary for Aruna Ketuka Homa, and they had collected one, even the tortoise. So kurmam upadadhati. So I could see the kurmam kept inside the water sometime before. I mean, I could understand so much knowledge is there for rishis when he says that 13 rishis are contributing for understanding the Surya Bhagavan in a simpler way, a practicable and at the same time possible way to the people interested. Sir, simply wonderful. I'm very much thankful to you to have opened up the wing of the Aruna Ketuka Agni, who is Surya Bhagavan, and Ketuka is the Aruna Varna. And another point is that the Surya Bhagavan is Aruna at birth, and again at setting also is Aruna. So he never shows any kind of fatigue or tiresomeness or anything like that. So that's why Suryasya Sandrusi, that Suryasya Sandrusi means we should be just like Surya Bhagavan. When you are born, we are happy. When we die, we are happy. Meanwhile, we are happy. So like that, it should be. And today we have got Ramanujam, a powerful traditional scholar, not only in his own field, but also in the traditional forum. And also our Purohit Prashant is there. I used to speak a few words. So Ramanujan Garu, please. Oh, yeah, you are mute, sir. I
Sorry.
see. I see.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Anyway, it
I
was
see you different now.
yeah, it's a good exposition and very lively, nicely brought out and all the details in a proper, coherent manner with proper notes. Then and there, and of course, lot of more extra information also he just brought in. So this is helpful for anyone to not just recite, also know about what the mantras say, number one. Number two, how is it actually applied practically? See, there are two things. Bookish knowledge can be there. Many people may also study Veda Bhashya. Studying Veda Bhashya is one aspect, but applying that or using that knowledge practically. So that, see, the words, their meanings, not just at the mental plane, at the physical plane is also important. So if you physically see what Pushkara Parna or Pushkara Danda or Pushkara means, then you get, when you recite next time, at least you will get this correlation. So this picture will emerge in the mind, and then the power of the recitation will increase. And the concentration will also be better. You will be able to see that there is no distraction. So long as you know what you are saying and then how is it actually helped or used, in that sense, you will not have any other thoughts coming in the middle. In that sense, okay, Surya is also helpful as he is the Savita mentioned in the Gayatri Mantra. So he sees that the Buddhi or our Dhi is getting prachodana from him. See, basically the Gayatri Mantra says that let the Savita and his great the effulgence or the Tejas. Bhargaha, Varanyam Bhargaha, when we say Bhrija is the dhatu. Bhrija is like when you fry something. What happens is it does not leave behind any of its its watery content. Such a thing is called bharjana. That is brashtra is the word used for the bandli that we say. Now bharga is something that will not leave anything, any residue. So see that all our ajnana is fully removed, and then we get, because of his tejas, the prachodana we get. We get the right kind of pratipurusham anekaha pratyavastham vichitraha shubha gatishu dhiyo yas chodayati anjasanah अखिल चिरचिद अंतर्यामी तद विष्णु सब्जम सवितु अहम उपासे तस्य देवस्य भर्गः. This is the summary of Gayatri Mantra given in Satadurshani Vedanteshika. So he says about let him guide us in every Jagrat Dasha, Swapna Dasha, Sushupti Dasha, in all the avasthas, all the kind of mind activities, let them all be towards Shubha Gati. Let them all see that we get released from various kinds of the bondages, the afflictions that we have, so that we become pure, Shuddha and Viraja kind of thing. So that is the advantage of the Upasana of Surya. And it was good that, Aruna Prasna was properly, effectively introduced by Dr. Raghava Garu. Of course, I have not had the occasion to interact with him. It's also interesting. I also studied from IISC. So maybe if you saw IISC, I was from computer science department in the 90s. Okay, so my guide at that time was M&M. So at that time I was just doing on the genetic algorithms and other, but my thesis was only on a parser for Vedic Sanskrit. I was more interested in trying to see that Vedic mantras are analyzable kind of. So it was quite a good time at IISc. I spent maybe more than a decade. Recently also I have been giving some lectures there, and one course also I conducted based on the Vedic knowledge. It's helpful. So that center has brought out a good confluence of applicatory knowledge of the traditions, plus of course the scientific rigor with which maybe it should be studied. So it's good that he has a good combination, and it was a nice lecture. And of course, I should compliment Dr. Prabhakar for choosing right people and giving good topics, so that it becomes helpful and it enlightens people. So I hope this kind of this series continues and more people benefit. Thanks a lot, and congratulations, Professor Raghava Boddupalli. At least he has been able to bring to light things that are to be kept in mind, not just recited. See, you involve with it. You involve, apply that, get to know the result also till the end. If you go, then of course, okay, one can authentically say, yes, this has this effect. We have seen, applied, and got the result kind of. So that's a good approach. And it's a wholesome approach, and that's the way the tradition has always felt. It has got Vinyoga. Up to Vinyoga, it has got not just the Rishi. Starts from the Rishi, Chandas Devata, then the Vinyoga is the one which actually the proof of the content. Thanks a lot and a good effort. And I feel happy attending and look forward many such good innovative activities from your side. Nice to see you. Happy, healthy. This is what we basically want. Thanks. Thank you.
Namaste, namaste. Thank you.
Yeah.
So what Raghava would add to that, because many people don't know what is all these things and how influential, so we could get attracted. Now, Prashant Janta is there, I think. He will be able to, he's a practical person.
श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः श्री महासरस्वत्यै नमः श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् ओं भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षप्रजयत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गे स्तुष्ट्वागुंसस्तनूभिः हेमदेवहितं यदायुः स्वस्तिन इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्तिनः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्तिनस्तार्क्ष्योरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्तिनो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्तिः 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 अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः सभायै नमः అరుణ ప్రశ్న అనేది గొప్పగా చక్కగా అందరూ చెప్పారు. చాలా సంతోషం. మీ అందరితోని నేను ఈ యొక్క మంచి ఆపర్చునిటీ ఇచ్చినటువంటి ప్రభాకర్ గారికి నేను నిజంగా చక్కగా నమస్కారం చేసుకుంటున్నాను. వారి యొక్క ఆశీస్సులు మాకు ఉండాలనేసి మేము కూడా కోరుకుంటున్నాము. మనము అందరూ కూడా చాలా లోతుగా చేశారు. అయితే నేను నాకు తెలిసినంత మీ అంత అనుభవం కాదు, కానీ ఉన్నటువంటి వృత్తి ఇందులోనే కాబట్టి జీవితాంతము అరుణ ప్రశ్న సూర్యనారాయణుని గురించి చెప్పినటువంటిది. అయితే రుణాది రూప, రుణము, మనము కొన్నింటికి రుణపడి ఉంటాము. సమస్తమైనటువంటి జీవరాశులలో కాలానికి రుణపడి ఉంటాము. రుణాలు మనకు తెలుసు, ఏమేమి పితృ రుణము అనేసి, దేవ రుణము అనేసి, ఋషి రుణము అనేసి, ఇవన్నీ మనకు తెలుసు, పెద్దలు మీ అందరికీ తెలుసు. అయితే ఈ కాలమునకు మనం రుణపడి ఉంటాము. ఈ కాలము ఏ విధంగానైతే నడుస్తుందో ఆ కాలానికి తగిన విధంగా మనం నడుచుకునేటువంటి దానిని చెప్పినటువంటిది అరుణ ప్రశ్న. అలాగే కాలము సంవత్సరము అని మనం అంటూ ఉంటాము. ఆ సంవత్సరంలో ఉత్తరాయణము, దక్షిణాయనము, అలాగే ఋతువులు, మాసాలు, పక్షాలు, తిథులు ఇలా వస్తూ ఉంటాయి. ఈ యొక్క సంవత్సరము ఏ విధంగా ఉంటుంది, ఆ సంవత్సరంలో మాసములు ఏ విధంగా, పక్షములు ఏ విధంగా వస్తాయి, ఆ యొక్క ఋతువులు ఏ విధంగా ఉంటాయి, ఆ ఋతువుకు ఉన్నటువంటి లక్షణాలు కూడా ఈ యొక్క అరుణంలో చెప్పబడి ఉంది. మీరు బాగా లోతుగా చూశారు, కానీ నేను పైన ప్రాక్టికల్గా చెబుతున్నాను. కాబట్టి ఈ అరుణ ప్రశ్నలో వసంత ఋతువు ఏ విధంగా ఉంటుంది, దాని యొక్క లక్షణం ఏమిటి, ఆ సమయంలో మనం చేయదగినటువంటి కార్యక్రమాలు ఏమిటి, అలాగే తర్వాత వచ్చేసినటువంటి గ్రీష్మ ఋతువు, శరద్ ఋతువు, వర్ష ఋతువు, ఇలా ఒక్కొక్క ఋతువు వస్తుందో ఆ ఋతువు యొక్క లక్షణాలు, ఆ ఋతువులో చేయదగినటువంటి కార్యక్రమాలు, ఆ ఋతువులో వచ్చేటటువంటి వ్యాధి పీడలు కూడా ఏ విధంగా ఉంటాయి అని చెప్పబడింది. ఇది అరుణ ప్రశ్న. అంతేకాకుండా ఆపహ, ముఖ్యముగా జలము గురించి, అగ్ని తత్వము గురించి చెప్పబడింది. ఎందుకంటే ఇందాక చెప్పారు, ఆకాశాద్ వాయోరగ్ని అనేసి శాస్త్రం చెబుతూ ఉంటుంది. ఆకాశము, అక్కడి నుండి వాయువు నుంచి అగ్ని, ఆపహ పృథివీ, తర్వాత ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయి. కాబట్టి విశేషము ఆకాశమైతే ఆకాశములో వాయు చలనము అనేది విశేషము. ఆ వాయు చలనం నుంచి అగ్ని నుంచి పృథివీ, ఇలా జలము, ఇవన్నీ. అయితే ఇందులో కిరణము అనేటటువంటి దానికి తేజస్సు అని చెప్పబడింది. కిరణము, సూర్య కిరణము, తేజస్సు అనగా జ్ఞానము అని అర్థము. అలాగే దృఢము, బలము అని కూడా శాస్త్రం చెప్పబడి ఉంది. అయితే ఈ తేజస్సు ఎక్కడి నుండి వస్తుంది అంటే నమస్కార, అందుకనే నమస్కార భాను, సూర్యుడికి నమస్కార ప్రియుడు. ప్రతిది కూడా ఒక సైన్స్ ప్రకారంగా ఆలోచిస్తే సూర్య నమస్కారం చాలా విశేషమైందనేసి శాస్త్రము చెప్పబడింది. తర్వాత సైన్స్ కూడా దానిని ఆమోదించింది. అటువంటిదే అరుణ ప్రశ్న. ఈ అరుణ ప్రశ్న చాలా లోతుగా, అంతేకాకుండా ఆపహ, ఎవరికి ఎటువంటి కారణము కార్యము కావాలన్నా ఈ అరుణ అనగా కాలమును పట్టి ఏ విధంగా నడుచుకోవాలి అని చెప్పబడినటువంటి సూక్ష్మమైనటువంటి దృష్టితో ఉన్నటువంటిదే అరుణ ప్రశ్న. అలాగే వాయువు ఎటువంటిది, వాయువు యొక్క లక్షణం ఏమిటి, ఆ వాయువు ఏ సమయంలో ఏ విధంగా ప్రయాణిస్తుంది అని చెప్పబడింది కూడా అరుణ ప్రశ్నలో. అలాగే అగ్ని తేజస్సు, ఇందాక మీరు అన్నారు పెద్దవాళ్ళు రాఘవ గారు, అగ్ని ఎన్ని రకాలు ఉంది, ఆ అగ్ని ఎన్నో రకాలు ఉంది, ఒక్కొక్క అగ్ని ఒక్కొక్కటి అనేసి. అలాగే ఇందులో అగ్ని యొక్క లక్షణం, ఏ అగ్ని దేనికి ఉపయోగపడుతుంది అనేటటువంటి అగ్ని ఎన్ని విధాలు, ఆ విధమైనటువంటి అగ్ని ఏ విధంగా ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. అగ్నిలో కూడా ఉపయోగపడే అగ్ని, ఉపయోగించని అగ్ని అనేది కూడా ఉంది. ఉపయోగించని అగ్ని ఎప్పుడు ఉపయోగించాలి, ఉపయోగపడే అగ్ని ఏ విధముగా ఏ సమయానికి ఉపయోగించాలి అని చెప్పబడి ఉంది. అంటే సమయం చాలా తక్కువ ఉన్న సమయంలో చెబుతున్నాను. అలాగే ఇది జీవ, వాయువుకు సంబంధించింది. జీవము ఏ విధంగా ఉద్భవిస్తుంది, జీవము ఉద్భవించే సమయాలు ఎప్పుడు, ఏ సమయంలో ఏ జీవము ఉద్భవిస్తే ఏ విధంగా ఉంటుంది అని ఈ యొక్క అరుణ ప్రశ్నలో చెప్పబడింది. అలాగే పుష్ప, ఇందాక యోపాం పుష్పం వేద పుష్పవాన్ ప్రజావాన్ పశుమాన్ భవతి, ఇలా కార్యమును నడిపించాలి, ఆ కార్యములో ఎవరెవరు ఏ ఏ స్థానములో ఉంటే ఆ కార్యము యొక్క ఫలము ఏ విధంగా లభిస్తుంది అనేటటువంటిది ఆ యొక్క పుష్పాహ అనేసి ఆ యొక్క అనువాకంలో చెప్పబడి ఉంది. ఆ తర్వాత వచ్చేసి దేవాహ, ప్రజాపతి, గురువు, బ్రహ్మ, అలాగే శివుడు, అలాగే ఈ యొక్క వారి యొక్క గుణముల యొక్క ప్రభావము ఏ విధంగా ఉంటుంది, మనకు ఏ విధంగా ఉపయోగపడుతుంది, ఎవరిని ఎప్పుడు పూజించాలి అనేది తెలియడం ముఖ్యం. ప్రతిరోజు పూజ చేస్తున్నాము, ఎవరిని ఏ సమయంలో ఎలా పూజించాలి, సంధ్యాకాలము, ఉదయము, మధ్యాహ్నము, సాయంకాలము, సంధ్యా సమయంలో సంధ్యావందనం చేయడం. అగ్నిని ఉపయోగించడం, బ్రహ్మచారి అయితే అగ్ని కార్యమును, అదే గృహస్థుడైతే ఉపాసనాగ్ని అనేసి ఈ కారణాలు. ఆ ఎలాంటి అగ్ని ఏ విధంగా మనల్ని రక్షిస్తుంది, ఏ సమయంలో దేనిని ఉపయోగించడం అనేటటువంటి, అనగా వస్త్రము ఉంది, అస్త్రము ఉంది. వస్త్రాన్ని ఏ విధంగా కట్టుకుంటే అస్త్రము ఆ విధంగా ఉపయోగించబడుతుంది. వస్త్రము ఆనందంగా ఉంటే అస్త్రము ఉపయోగించాల్సిన పని లేదు. వస్త్రము ఆనందంగా లేకుంటే, అంటే వస్త్రాన్ని పట్టి కూడా మన యొక్క బుద్ధి మారుతుంది, అంటే అస్త్రము అంటే మనం మాట్లాడే విధానం మారుతుంది అనేది ఈ అరుణంలో చెప్పబడి ఉంది. ఇలా ఎన్నో చెప్పబడి ఉన్నాయి అరుణ ప్రశ్నలో. నాకు ఇలాంటి సదవకాశం ఇచ్చినటువంటి మన ప్రభాకర్ గారికి, అలాగే పెద్దలు మీ అందరితోని నేను ఇందులో పాలు పంచుకున్నందుకు చాలా సంతోషంగా ఆనందంగా ఉంది. మీ ఆశీర్వాదం వల్ల ఇలాంటి కార్యక్రమాల్లో నన్ను మరలా జత చేర్చుకోవాలని కోరుతున్నాను. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి.
బ్యూటిఫుల్. చెప్పండి సార్ రాఘవ్ గారు, యు గాట్ సంథింగ్ టు రిఫ్లెక్ట్.
వెరీ వెల్. ఆయన చెప్పినట్టు రోజులో మళ్ళీ క్షణాలు అసలు కాలాతీతుడు. ఈయన ప్రశాంత్ గారు చెప్పినట్టు అసలు ఆయన పేరే కాలాతీతుడు. సో ఒక క్షణం నుంచి అట్లా తీసుకెళ్ళిపోతుంటాడు, అట్లా పుట్టిస్తుంటాడు. అటువంటిది రెండు పక్షాలు. సో కృష్ణపక్షం, శుక్లపక్షం, వీటన్నిటినీ అసలు అవన్నీ సూర్యభగవానుడు, అసలు ఆ ఋతువులు ఫార్మేషన్ ఈజ్ ఫెంటాస్టిక్. దట్ వాజ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్డ్ ఇన్ ద అరుణ ప్రశ్న. సో అంటే ఇప్పటికే గంట మాట్లాడాం, అవన్నీ తీసుకురావాలంటే కొద్ది టైం అవుతుంది ఆయన ప్రశాంత్ గారు చెప్పినట్టు. కానీ చాలా చాలా ఉత్తమమైనటువంటివి అవన్నీ. అసలు ఎట్లా పుట్టిస్తాడు ఫస్ట్ పరమాత్మ సూర్య భగవానుడు కూడా ఎట్లా పుట్టిస్తాడు అనేటువంటిది దాంట్లో చెప్పి, ఉత్తర దిక్కున తూర్పు దిక్కున జలం వేయటం వలన ఈ జలం కొద్దిగా అటు ఇటు అటు పట్టడం వల్ల రాక్షసులు వీళ్ళంతా పుట్టడం, ఇవన్నీ వండర్ఫుల్ అండి. అసలు ఆ అరుణ ప్రశ్నని అర్థం చేసుకొని చదువుతుంటే దాని ఆనందం, దాని తత్వమే వేరుగా ఉంటుంది అసలు. అందుకనే అది ఆరోగ్యానికి ఇది ఇవ్వదు అని చెప్పడానికి లేదండి. అసలు ఈ ఆరోగ్యానికి సంబంధించింది ప్రతిదీ ఇస్తుంది అరుణ ప్రశ్న. అందుకనే అట్లీస్ట్ అసలు ఆ జలం యొక్క ఇంపార్టెన్స్ అంటే నేను ఈ ఫోరంలో అట్లా చెప్పకూడదు, కానీ హౌ బ్రాహ్మణ్స్ యూస్ టు యూజ్ దిస్ వాటర్ ఇన్ ఎ వెరీ స్పెసిఫిక్ వే. అండ్ ఎంత చక్కగా నాప్సు మూత్ర పురీషం కుర్యాత్. సో ఇవన్నీ అసలు ఆ నీరు అనేటువంటిది ఎంత ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఈ దేశానికి అంటే ప్రపంచాన్ని విశ్వానికే ఇంపార్టెంట్, కానీ ఈ దేశం యూజ్ చేసే నీరు విధానం వేరు, వేరే దేశం యూజ్ చేసే నీరు విధానం వేరు. సో ఇది కొంత అది డిస్కషన్ పాయింట్. బట్ ఏంటంటే మనం అది చాలా చాలా అరుదైనటువంటి ఇవన్నీ అరుణ ప్రశ్నలు చెప్పిన ప్రశాంత్ గారు చెప్పినారు, చాలా బాగుంది. రామానుజం గారు చెప్పారు కొన్ని వారు అనుభవించినవి. సో చాలా సంతోషం.
బ్యూటిఫుల్గా మన దుర్భిక్షం దేవలోకేషు మనూనాముదకం గృహే, ఎంత ధైర్యం ఉంటే చెప్పాలి ఋషులు. దుర్భిక్షం దేవలోకే, దుర్భిక్షము సుభిక్షము ఓన్లీ ఇన్ భూలోకం. బట్ దేవలోకానికి కూడా, ఈవెన్ టు దేవలోకం దట్ ఈస్ అట్రిబ్యూటెడ్. దుర్భిక్షం దేవలోకేషు మనూనాముదకం గృహే. సో Manu, the Bhulokam became richer and all that. So wonderful statements are there. So we have sufficiently talked about. Still, this is only part one of our observations. So Anjaneya Prasad Dara, and he has to be also making some silent observations.
No, I really appreciate Raghava when we talk. Always very, very scholarly, very detailed, very depth, and very interesting topic. Surya Bhagavan across the Vedas is very, very important and interesting topic. You have really shined the light very nicely. The different names of Surya, number of occurrences, where they come, importance. I love the Yagnavedi description also, how to do it, the detail of how to do it. All those are extraordinary information, very nicely, and you've weaved it with your own personal experience. It is even more exciting to see how you have, also linked it to the Srauta Sutras, and so very extensive, and very, very much enjoyed the talk. Thank you so much. And all the episodes of Ramayana, other Satrajit, all those references, really made the talk. You covered all ends. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So our Govind from Brazil, he is one of the students.
Everybody, namaskara. Dr. Raghava, Boddupalli, namaskaram, sir. And Pravachana ji and Dr. Ramanujam, sir. Blessed today, and just I want to mention something of my experience. Out of 120 hours of classes Dr. Pravachana Guru has taken on our Zoom, probably I might have put in 80 hours at least, and made at least about a dozen people to attend and then also listen. This is something. And just to tell you, my neighbors, there are two pilots, and their children have really enjoyed reading the book, what Dr. Pravachana ji has written. Children are 12 and 15 years age. Even they are ready and eager to learn, and of course they need the time. Question is time. At that age, if they responded, it's something that we are happy, and that's all I can tell you. And then the flow of information, the sagar of knowledge that we have been able to get, and the notes when we make, when Dr. Prabhakar gives a class, Bhashya, it goes as a matrix for me. Unable to connect also. I mean, we need a big matrix of spread to really put it on paper, and then it takes a lot of homework. We are ready to do. We are in this comfort zone now to do in future. We have a lot of work to do, all because of this detailed Bhashya. Even if one person is there, three are there, he is with us, and he calls us. Are you in class? He calls my friend Dr. Rajgopal also. Where are you? Are you joining? This is the way we have been motivated. We are very happy, sir, and blessed. So just to mention, my mother is actually in my sister. So I am traveling. I am in Spain with all my friends and family on a vacation. We are in Spain. So we just joined, and I made all my junior guys, about my son, about 38, 40 years. They also wanted to listen for 10 minutes. I told them, be around, take a look, and then take a recording. At least they came and they are around here. They had a small bite with regard to this discussion. Sir, last point is, I want to tell you, Dr. Ramanujam Garu is my mother's Guruji's son. So my mother grew up with as a Ekalavya, sitting in front, outside the home of Dr. Ramanujam's parents' house in Subramanian Nagar. She learned Divya Prabandham. She was helping Dr. Ramanujam's mother, and then she was guided. And today she is able to have, maybe some people say 4,000 students for learning Divya Prabandham. Some parties say 7,000. All because of every word, every step is from Dr. Ramanujam's father and Dr. Ramanujam himself, guiding us last so many years. Wherever he goes, Amma also wants to attend. My mother is 94. She also attends some conferences. Wherever the Dr. Ramanujam goes in, I also take her. And I have been given Upanayanam from Dr. Ramanujam's father only, Dr. Pravachana Swami. Just my mother told me to mention these things also just now. That's what I'm doing it. So, thank you, sir.
Very nice panel we have today on Surya Bhagavan. All are very much blessed by Surya's blessings and presence. And in fact, I to speak about each one of you, Ramanujam or that Prashant or Prasad or Raghava, it goes to place. But anyway, we are all blessed people to keep on studying. The study will never complete. But study is Paramatma himself. We cannot exhaust Surya Bhagavan. So I'm going to start Surya Sahasranamam from next Saturday onwards, because we get the summary of all these things in Sahasranama Stotram from Vyasa Bhagavan. And of course, Aditya Hridayam is there. That is also a wonderful projection of the understanding of Surya in nutshell and his power in nutshell. And so we're all enjoying and today happened to be Sunday, the last Sunday of the Adhika Jyeshtha Masam. Then we embark upon Nija Jyeshtha Masam. That's ordinary, like any other month. But this Nija Adhika Jyeshtha Masam comes once in 100 years. The Swamiji was telling, once in 100 years, Jyeshtha Masam as coming as Adhika Masam. So Raghava Garu and Ramanujam and this is a wonderful panel. Prasad, that we were able to think of him. Thank you very much, sir. So Prasad, మీరే చెప్పేసండి శాంతి మంత్రం రాఘవ గారు, so that we will conclude the whole thing. Shanti, because you have said only 2 Shanti mantras are there in Aruna Prashna. Other than that, you can also use it. We will conclude.
ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनुभिः व्यसेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्तिः 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 तच्छंयोरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मणे धारणं मे अस्त्वनिराकरणं धारयिता भूयासं कर्णयो श्रुतं माच्योढ्वं मामुष्य ॐ आभिर्गीर्भिर्यदतो नवो नमाप्यायय हरिवो वर्धमानः यदा स्तोतृभ्यो महि गोत्रारुजासि भूयिष्ठभाजो अधते स्यामा ब्रह्म प्रावादिष्मतन्नो माहासीत् ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु
सर्वं